Hi, welcome back to the Diaries. My name's Kristel. I am so thrilled to have you here. If it's your first time, welcome, and you have picked a great video to join us because today we are going to be ranking the palettes that I have used over the last month. I am also cheating a little bit, winding back the clock to late December because I really wanted to include the Arttitude Cosmetics Man-Eater palette in this ranking video because that came out after I had already shown you my collection for 2023. So as it's my channel, I'm allowed to do what I want. That's the rule. Okay, so I have got 8 palettes in front of me and we're gonna run through them and yeah, we'll see how they fall numbers wise. Before I dive in though, I am wearing the most beautiful dress here. It is from the island of Santorini. My beautiful friend bought it for me when we were over there together because I had basically run out of money. And Brie, thank you so much. It's such a stunner. I will actually include the link to the company if you want to look at some of the beautiful dresses that they make because they really are gorgeous. I'm feeling very pretty in this dress, so let's get into it. So we're going to start in the number 8 position, and this is by no means a bad palette. It's just the one that I probably will wear the least and find myself drawn to the least just because of the color story. So in the number 8 position, I have the Adept Cosmetics Element 115 eyeshadow palette. By the way, I have videos on every single one of these eyeshadow palettes that I will link below. So this one is absolutely gorgeous for that, you know, fairy-like color story. If you love blues, purples, that beautiful aqua shade there, absolutely gorgeous. The shimmers in this palette are beautiful. Let me just swatch some on my fingers for you. They really are. They're very beautiful, as Adept eyeshadows always tend to be. The shimmers are always gorgeous. That's a bunch of them right there. They are so beautiful. When I am looking at this now, I'm like, why is this number 8? And I don't know. I actually really did enjoy the makeup look that I did with this palette. I think it turned out really pretty. I think the reason that it is in the 8th position, as I said, it is a color story thing, just because I know that even though those colors are absolutely beautiful, they're not the colors that I tend to wear regularly. It's more of a special occasion thing for me. Also, the matte shades in this eyeshadow palette, I generally don't find the Adept Cosmetics matte eyeshadow formula the best. It's not my favorite. I find it requires a little bit of work, either to build up and get the pigment that you want or to get the blend that you want. I do think that they take a little more work than a lot of my other matte eyeshadows. However, having said that, they did look beautiful once I had built them up. The color looked stunning on my eye. And so they're definitely, you can get a beautiful look with them. They're certainly not the worst matte eyeshadows in the world. I will also say that with Adept Cosmetics, I mentioned this in the video when I filmed with it, I will only use an Adept eyeshadow palette if I'm going to an event that isn't going to last too long. So instead of wearing it, if I know I've got to go to work all day and then go straight out to a dinner or something afterwards, this is not the formula I'm going to reach for because their shimmers do crease and break up on my eye. They're very, very emollient. So they obviously last better with a glitter fix primer underneath, definitely, but still, I would still probably lean towards one of my other eyeshadow palette formulas if I knew that I was having to wear it for an extended period of time. If I was just putting it on fresh to go out to a concert or a theater production or whatever it is at nighttime, totally fine, as long as I put my primer on. And I will say that the finish that you get from Adept Cosmetics shimmer eyeshadows is absolutely stunning. I mean, beautiful, beautiful finish. So I still really like the palette. Having said all of that. So that was in the number 8 position. In number 7, I have an eyeshadow palette that I haven't tried this eyeshadow formula before. It is from Vive Beauty, which is Jamie Genevieve's brand. She is a makeup artist. She's Scottish and you can follow her and she's great. I really like her. Very different to myself, but I just love her personality. Love it. So this is the Muse eyeshadow palette and it is a very neutral eyeshadow palette. It is lovely for a sophisticated neutral eye with a little bit of shimmer. The shimmers are not going to be the same as you get in an Adept palette. They're going to be a little bit more subdued, but they still look very nice, very polished, very sophisticated on the eye. And I did enjoy the eyeshadow look that I created with this palette, just popping the 3 shimmers on my hand there for you to see. So they are very pretty, and you can create a really nice work-friendly eyeshadow look with this palette. If you're into neutrals, then this is a good one. The formula is very good. So that is the Viv Muse eyeshadow palette. I probably am not in a hurry to purchase any more eyeshadow palettes from Vive, just because, while I do like the eyeshadow formula, it's still not my very favorite one. I will say that the mattes blended out really nicely, though it didn't take any effort to blend those mattes at all. Also, I do really love a lot of things from the Vive Beauty makeup line. You will see things popping up on this channel quite often. I really like the Modern Matte lipsticks, and I really love the highlight that Vive has and the eye ones as well. Okay, so in number 6 position, let me just make sure I'm counting that right. Yeah, okay, cool. In the number 6th position, I'm a words girl, not a numbers girl. We have got, oh, this is tough too. Can I just say that the top 6 eyeshadow palettes it was really hard to split them and rank them. Now that that's done. In the number 6 position, we have got from What's Up Beauty, the Desert Monsoon palette, and I think it's gorgeous. I like all of the What's Up Beauty eyeshadow palettes that I picked up. I picked up a bundle of 3, so you're gonna be seeing the other 2 popping up. Now, I don't really know why it's the lowest ranked, because it's still beautiful. I mean, look at these shimmers. Oh my God, this color's stunning. Stunning. They're all so pretty. Look at these. Look at those pops of color. That blue is stunning. That yellow gold, I just want to sink my teeth into. They're just all very, very pretty shimmers in these What's Up Beauty eyeshadow palettes. It was really hard to figure out which order to put them in, but maybe because these 2 eyeshadows are a little bit cooler toned, maybe that's why it was down there, because I do prefer neutral or warm tones. But having said that, there's still this gorgeous rich brown in here that I absolutely love, and I enjoy this neutral as well. So look, I have not a bad word to say about that palette. The formula is great. The shadows are great. I love the size of the palette. It's just 12 eyeshadows, so you're getting heaps of variety, but you're getting it in such a little compact form. I love it. I can store these easily. I can take them away easily. There is just nothing I don't like about this. So that was the Desert Monsoon palette. And coming in at the number 5 position, we have another What's Up Beauty palette, and this one is, Geodes, which I actually really love. This was so hard ranking. This is why I don't do ranking videos, because I am the least decisive person on the entire planet. It is lucky I'm gluten-free, because then there's only like 1 or 2 things on a menu I can choose from. Because otherwise, if I was at a restaurant, I would be looking at that menu for at least an hour. So anyway, this is where it's got. This is Geodes, but I love this eyeshadow palette, and I absolutely love the look that I did with this eyeshadow palette. So definitely check out that video. The shimmers in this are so beautiful. God, why did I put it in this position? I'm so reconsidering my choice right now. I think it should have been higher. Okay, so these are the beautiful pops of color in the Geodes palette. The shimmers are so beautiful. This peridot color is an absolute stunner. I have nothing like it in my eyeshadow collection. Nothing like that color. It's so unique and so beautiful. Stunners, absolute stunners. Look at them, look at these. What, aren't they gorgeous? I love the mattes that they included in this palette too. I love this yellow shade, this mustardy yellow, sensational. I really enjoy having this kind of olivey green in there. Beautiful brown and a nice pinky brown. There is nothing that I don't like about this eyeshadow palette. I think it's beautiful, and I will probably travel with it. It's so good. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. The formula, stunning, blends so easily, and something about the neutrals with that little bit of beautiful shimmer on the lid. It's so wearable but special at the same time. I love that from What's Up Beauty. All right, the number 4 position. This one has been a long time coming to my collection. It is the Cosmic Beauty Muse eyeshadow palette, which is one that a lot of you have had for quite some time now. For me, it took a few tries to get it in my collection. But now it's here. I'm very happy to have it because if you've used the Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic Beauty eyeshadow formula, you know that it is a fabulous one. The mattes are wonderful, they're pigmented, they blend really well. The shimmers are great and they last on my eyelids as well. There are so many beautiful eyeshadows in this palette. In fact, this is the one that I have on my face today, and it is the most recent video that I've put up, so you can go back and check that one out as well. But yes, there are some beautiful eyeshadows in this palette. I really like this look that I've created with it, and I think there's a lot of variety in the palette. So pretty, so pretty. So many choices, so many directions you can go in with your blues, your greens, your purple shades. You can keep it quite neutral, or you can really vamp it up there, really like pop it out. So I'm happy that I finally have the Muse eyeshadow palette in my collection. At number 3, it is the latest addition from What's Up Beauty. It is the Dragon Eye palette. Look at the beautiful cover on that. Oh, it just always reminds me of The Hobbit and Smaug, however you want to pronounce it. The inside, you know what? What I will say about these beautiful What's Up Beauty eyeshadow palettes is that they are deceiving. Okay, when I got this bundle of 3, I wasn't that enthused to use them. I looked at them, I'm like, oh yeah, they look alright. They didn't look that special. But actually, there is something about this combination of neutral mattes that are so blendable, so beautiful, and these stunning shimmer shades that just create magic on the eyelid. They really do. Let me show you these beautiful shimmer shades because they truly are something very special. Very, very special. Unfreaking believable. Okay, so we've got these beautiful shades here that are so spectacular. And again, they don't, I mean, that's so beautiful. That is a duochrome there. It goes from bright teal to purple. Even on my fingers, it doesn't give them the credit that they deserve because they are absolutely stunning when they are placed on your eyelid. Look at this beautiful, beautiful multichromatic shade. And just, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. These are gorgeous, gorgeous shades. And when they are on your eyelids, it is pure magic. Pure magic. Again, I was so surprised. I was so surprised by these eyeshadow palettes. Now, I don't know if they still have the little bundle. I got the bundle, I think it was in Boxing Day sales or maybe Black Friday. So there was a deal where if you buy 3, it was cheaper. And I honestly am so happy I have every single one of these 3 eyeshadow palettes in my collection. There's not one that I would get rid of. I really love them. Okay, in the number 2 position. Now, can I just say that deciding between 1 and 2 was so hard because both of these palettes blew me away. They were both new to me formulas, so I hadn't tried anything from these brands before. And to be honest, on a different day, I might have ranked 1 and 2 opposite to what I have ranked them today. They both, honestly, let's just tie them for first place, okay? Let's just do that. So I have got the Arttitude Cosmetics Man Eater palette. Now, Arttitude Cosmetics is a UK indie makeup brand, and man, did they blow me away with this eyeshadow palette. When I ordered it, I didn't even know, I was like, am I gonna even like this color story? I don't know, am I? And then I tried it and I was like, this formula is mind-blowing. The pigment is so vibrant, they blended like a dream, and these shimmers, mwah, so nice. Let me just give you a little example of how foiled these shimmers are. It's through the roof, through the roof. Also, my camera's about to have a meltdown because it's so hot here today. But we'll just see how we go. Hopefully it soldiers on for me. Look at these stunning jewel shades. They are so foiled. Aren't they so, they're just so stunning. That blue, are you kidding me? It is the most beautiful sky blue I think I've ever seen in my life. The greens, if you were a green lover, this palette absolutely has you covered as well. It is just full of goodness. I love this iridescent shade as well. It is full of goodness, and that is just the shimmer shades. The mattes are just as beautiful, and I really think that the color story they created is incredibly clever. It may look a little bit like, oh, what am I going to do with that when you first look at it? But everything has something that works perfectly with it. I love the depth of the mattes. I love the brightness of the shimmers. The formula is beautiful. I can't fault it. I loved this palette from Arttitude Cosmetics. And I also happen to love just as much the Arttitude Cosmetics Painter's Paradise palette, which is their cake liner palette. And you would have seen me use this several times in my videos over the last month. If you're looking for a cake liner, this is a sensational palette to have. It's got neons, it's got metallics, it's got beautiful, vibrant colors, it's got your black in there, standard. It's just great to have. It's great for the variety. So in the other #1 position is my first foray into lethal cosmetics with the Midnight Serenade palette, and this blew my mind as well. I can honestly say I was not expecting to love this the way that I did. I didn't know what to think about the formula before I got it because I'd heard mixed reviews in the past, but I think they've really improved their formula over their last few releases from what I can make out. And honestly, I was so impressed with this. There is nothing that I didn't like about this eyeshadow palette. Everything blended so beautifully. The pigment was incredible, and the shimmers, are you kidding me? So beautiful. I loved this palette so much more than I ever thought that I would. And I love this color story so much more than I thought I would as well. God, my hands are getting absolutely filthy now. But these are some magic shimmer shadows, and they translate so beautifully onto the eyelid. I just love this color story, and they just look so beautiful, and they wore so well on me. I didn't find that the shimmer shades disappearing on my eyes at all. They lasted so nicely. Everything blended so beautifully. I love this eyeshadow palette, and I'm so excited to try more from Lethal Cosmetics, which, did I mention is a German indie brand? If I didn't, there you go. It is. So that is how I am ranking the palettes I've picked up over the last month and a little bit. I would love to know your thoughts. Also, I'd love to know what you want to see on this channel. I want to make content that you are, you know, finding useful, interesting, entertaining. Any of those things I will take. So yeah, let me know what you want to see more of. Do you want to see more lips? Do you want to see more cheeks? Whatever. Just hit me up, give me the goss, and it'll be great to hear from you. I want to know what your favorite palettes are at the moment too. Give me a thumbs up before you go. I would love that. And I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back here once again at the Diaries. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here. Take care. Bye.